I didn't take any money for me to pay back. I didn't. Well, I'm doing fine. I think I'm doing fine. I'm enjoying the amount of time I have to myself, but of course also sharing it with the family, with the ANC in the main, and with other friends and associates. I think I'm fine. Quite busy than I thought, but it's fine.
So you're not thinking of joining another party?
Joining another party? What is that?
Some people are writing in the newspapers, Zuma is plotting.
They write about Zuma anything they want to write. I'm the ANC, and I grew up in the ANC, and I will end up in the ANC. There's nothing like that.
Op het ANC-bal daags voor de verkiezingen van morgen mag je de naam van Jacob Zuma eigenlijk niet meer laten vallen. Dit is het nieuwe ANC met een nieuw gezicht, een nieuw elan en een nieuwe leider die de 9 Zuma-jaren zo snel mogelijk achter zich wil laten.
We have embarked on a path of renewing the ANC. And that is the message that we've been spreading around. That look at us, we've made missteps in the past, but we are renewing ourselves. We are correcting the mistakes that we made. And the ANC is once again going to become and is becoming the leader of society. And that is what we are seeking to do.
De Zuma-jaren die synoniem werden aan corruptie en wanbeleid moeten vergeten worden.
Do you miss him?
Do I miss him? No, not actually.
There are lots of people who have turned off during the so-called 9 wasted years, during the Zuma years. And they're finding problems re-establishing that kind of trust with the ANC.
In zijn eerste grote interview sinds zijn ontslag 18 maanden geleden verdedigt Zuma zich tegen die verwijten van zijn partijgenoten.
On the 9 years, firstly to say it's not true.
Not true that you corrupt.
9 years was useful. Was useful, not corrupt, because corrupt people just say that. It's now over 10 years. Nobody produces an iota of corruption that Zuma has done. So it's just a propaganda that was properly organized to try to undermine my name and my integrity. But nobody has said this is what Zuma has done. Anything, for that matter. Nothing. So why should I worry?
There are currently a lot of commissions investigating what has happened in state enterprises that are doing very badly, like ESCOM, like SAA. A lot of money disappeared, and this happened while you were president. Does that mean that you feel responsible for?
Not at all. Not at all. I don't think the public enterprises started doing what they were doing during my time. Many things have been happening to them all the time. People look at things differently. The very people that are taking such actions, we were together with them taking certain actions with regard to these matters.
The former President Jacob Zuma had taken the view that he is not implicated by any of the witnesses so far.
Maar sinds het aftreden van Zuma worden tal van corruptieschandalen onderzocht. En de rechter wil ook dat Zuma verantwoording komt afleggen.
Nevertheless, there are some areas where I would like him to deal with.
How is that helping the country, helping the poor people? I think that's normally is a test. At the end, when we have done whatever, what are you doing? There are things that people could talk about, and I'm sure at the right moments and right platforms we could talk about.
But I speak to a lot of South Africans, also poor South Africans, and in those interviews they say, Mr. Zuma took all the money, Mr. Zuma did all the bad things for South Africa.
Well, that's their views. That's their views, which is greatly influenced by the media, really.
Aan de vooravond van de verkiezingen organiseren de trouwste fans van Zuma een feestje ter ere van zijn 77ste verjaardag op de stoep van zijn villa in Kandla, die zo duur verbouwd werd dat hij er jaren voor werd achtervolgd in het parlement.
Pay back the money! Pay back the money! Pay back!
Payback is a wrong expression because I didn't take any money for me to pay back. I didn't. There were 3 institutions that investigated the Nkandla issue. Not a single one said I took up even half a cent.
Looking back at your presidency, Mr. Zuma, is there anything that you regret?
No.
Something you could have done better, differently?
Nothing that I regret. I think I did the bit that I could do. If there was more room, I could have done more. In fact, even with the 18 months left of my living, I could have done more. I was going to do more.
And it was taken away?
Yes.
That's what you regret?
No, not regretting. Politics is I got into politics knowing exactly what it is all about.
There's currently a court case against you. Are you actually afraid of going to jail?
I've been to jail for 10 years before. That's not an issue for me.
You're not scared?
No, not being scared or not scared. The issue is, what have I done? That's a legal issue that I think we need to deal with. What have I done? It's not a question whether you're feeling going to jail or not feeling going to jail. The issue is, what is the case? What crime have I committed? Jail is there for people who commit crime. Is there a crime in the first instance committed? Did I commit any crime?
Do you miss being the president of South Africa?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. But for implementing the policies of the ANC, I would have loved to be given a chance, because that is what I've been all about. Not president as an individual, but as a cadre of the ANC, to implement the ANC policy, to be given a chance to do so. We've got very good policies, and I'm sure implementing them without hindrances, we would be very far.